All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk possible Houston Rockets trades. We've got about 6 days until the NBA trade deadline, so might as well milk it as much as we can because, man, in 6 days from now, I'm going to be all sad because can't talk trades, no more trades. It's just sit back and enjoy basketball time, but this is a new segment. This is a brand new segment, so if you have trade ideas for the Rockets, leave them down in the comments because I do this video every single day, or I will be doing it every day until the deadline. It's just, they're fun to make. They're fun to make. So these come from my viewers in the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link is in the bio, but let's just get right into it. This first trade is Ben McLemore and Victor Oladipo for Reggie Bullock, Frank, Kevin, a first-round pick in 2021, and a second-round pick in 2023. I would do this trade in a heartbeat. You have Frank and Reggie, both on expiring deals. I like Kevin Knox at 6'7", small forward. He's got 2 years left, very young. And then we get their pick, 2021 first-round pick, and it just gives us another first-round pick, especially for this year's draft. Ben McLemore, I think, should get traded, and Victor Oladipo obviously should get traded. So I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. This next trade we got is Ben McLemore, Daniel House Jr., Victor Oladipo for Aaron Gordon and Mo Bamba. I would obviously do this trade probably 9 out of 10 times. The only thing I don't like is just the risk of Aaron Gordon, but at $18 million, it's not too bad considering he's only got 2 years left on his deal. This way, we're able to get rid of Ben McLemore. We're able to get rid of Victor Oladipo for value. I like the idea of keeping Daniel House Jr. on the team because he's only $3.7 million salary for the next 2 years. But getting Mo Bamba back, getting Aaron Gordon back, I definitely can see why. I would have to accept this trade. So I like this trade a lot. I think Victor Oladipo could possibly go to the Magic. I think they're definitely a dark horse to get him. This next trade I can immediately tell is never going to work. Oh my goodness gracious. I would love to know who made this. Eric Gordon, a 2021 second-round pick, for Jerami Grant. This one's not gonna work either. Although this one's a little bit more realistic, I just don't think the Knicks would pull the trigger on this trade. It's Victor Oladipo, a 2023 first-round pick via Washington, a 2022 first-round pick via Milwaukee. Oh my God, they're showing Sister Jean right now. I go to Little, they're about to play right now. All that, so the 2 first-round picks and Victor Oladipo for Julius Randle. Considering the season Julius Randle's having, considering Julius Randle is making less than $20 million a year, that's just highway robbery. It's highway robbery. There's no way he is worth, what is his contract, like $18 million? Bro, he is worth so much more than that. Such a steal. There's no way this trade happens. I like the idea of it. I love Julius Randle. I would love to have Julius Randle on the team, but there's no way the Knicks part ways. And if there was a way the Knicks part ways, I don't think this is what it would include. All right, let's get into this next one. This one's not happening either. Jesus. Daniel House Jr., a second-round pick, and then a first-round pick via Brooklyn, all for Tyler Hero. The issue with this trade is why on earth would the Heat do this unless they're trying to get rid of Tyler Hero? Victor Oladipo is not even in this trade. So I'm going to how did the Rockets lose 9 projected wins after this trade? That makes no sense. In order for this trade to work, or in order for this trade to even be thought about for Pat Riley and even for Stone, they would have to throw in Kelly Olynyk and or Andre Iguodala for Victor Oladipo. There's no way they would ever want to do this trade and just get rid of Duncan Robinson or get rid of Tyler Hero. There's just no way. But there's definitely a trade that Victor Oladipo could get included to go to the Heat for Tyler Hero. Hopefully one of these is on. This is the first time I've seen any of these trades. So if you want to send me trades before I make a video, there's a 5-minute window before I make these videos on the Discord. Links in the bio. This one's a headache. Aaron Baines, Stanley Johnson, Patrick McCaw, Chris Boucher, and a 2022 first-round pick for Victor Oladipo, Daniel House Jr., Sterling Brown, and our first-round pick next year via Brooklyn. I like this. I actually really like this a lot because I am trying to unload Sterling Brown. I'm trying to unload Victor Oladipo. And, I mean, that first-round pick from Brooklyn next year, I would imagine the Rockets pick for next year will be better than Brooklyn because, you know, Toronto doesn't have Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Baines, I don't really like, but you got to get the salary there. I absolutely love Stanley Johnson. I think it's just even Stanley and Patrick McCaw. I mean, I just like these two guys. I love how many rings Patrick McCaw has. I mean, they're both good size. Like, Patrick McCaw is a 6'7" shooting guard. So they both got size. They're both on expiring contracts. Aaron Baines would help give us some height at 6'10", 7 years, or $7 million at 2 years. And Chris Boucher, man, I love this dude. I think he is so underrated. He's a 6'9" power forward. He's only making $6.5 million in the next 2 years. I absolutely love him. And this is an interesting trade. This is a very interesting trade because I never really thought about Victor Oladipo possibly going to the Raptors. And looking at it, I kind of like it. I like that trade a lot. So I know the last trade is a little bit more interesting. It is with Tyler Hero. But this one's interesting as well. I love talking about the Trailblazers and possible trades with them because they've got a squad over there. This one's interesting. All right. So the Rockets would be giving them our first round pick next year via Brooklyn, Daniel House, and Victor Oladipo. In return, we would be getting Gary Trent on his last year, Rodney Hood, and Derek Jones Jr. This is a trade I could possibly see happening. The only thing is I don't really want to give them a first-round pick. I would imagine that first-round pick is mainly for Gary Trent. I don't think that the Trailblazers do this trade. That's my one issue, just considering that I think this is the best chance that they've had in a very long time, probably in my lifetime. This is actually, I mean, I don't really remember the Brandon Roy eras, but like in the last 10 years or so, I would say this is the best lineup, the best roster top to bottom that the Portland Trailblazers have assembled. And giving up 3 players just for Victor Oladipo, Daniel House Jr., you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make that much sense because I feel like we are doing this trade to get Gary Trent. So we want to give them a first-round pick, but I just don't think that Portland gives – I know Gary's on a last year, but he is young. I would imagine his contract's restricted. So even if it isn't, it still just doesn't make sense. I mean, Rodney Hood is a good role player for them. Derek Jones Jr. is a good role player for them as well, but Gary Trent's kind of that, like, you know, young kid who can really score, he can really defend, and that's kind of been aware to everybody since CJ's been out, or once CJ went out. So this is a trade that I think is actually really interesting, and I think it's, like, right there. I'm sure somebody in the comments will be like, you know, just adjust this trade to blank XX and X, and I bet we've got something. So we'll end it on this trade because this is a little bit more realistic. We would be giving them our 2022 first-round pick, so just ours and Victor Oladipo, to the Miami Heat for Kelly Olynyk and Tyler Hero. I love this trade. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I don't think this gets it done. I really don't. If the Heat didn't trade for PJ Tucker and if they didn't trade for James Harden, I have a hard time just believing that they would accept this trade. However, I think it is totally viable. I think it is viable if they were to get not necessarily desperate, because I don't think it's a desperation move. I think this is a move that the Miami Heat really should make because, I mean, especially when you look at KD and the Nets, if KD's hurt, that's a game changer. Then you really got to worry about Philly. Then you also got to worry about the Bucks. They just got PJ Tucker. And then the Heat. The Heat have been winning games. But I still look back. I look at who they lost last season. Like Jay Crowder was a huge piece to that team. So this is a trade that I think that they're going to have to make, or a trade like they're going to have to make. So we'll see what the Heat do in the next 6 days. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have no idea, man. It's pretty confusing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you did, and I'll see you guys later, man.